All right, I think I'm good to go now. Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I got a little pregame spiel, so that's perfect. Just remember, kids, always look at the voltage requirements of all electronic equipment, or else your mixer just won't work and won't tell you. Either way, everybody, this begins the watch party here at Grizzlies Bar and Bistro. Here is the Golden Grizzlies men's basketball team gets set to do battle in Robert Morris in Moon Township, trying to get revenge against the Robert Morris Colonials after a tough loss earlier this month in January. And we got it all for you right here at Grizzlies Bar and Bistro, the #1 place for all things Golden Grizzlies. And for those of you unfamiliar, those of you just joining the YouTube live stream, my name is Giovanni Moceri, Oakland class of 2024, an Oakland superfan, as others have called me. And we're here hosting the watch party, but before the game gets started, just because, I graduated with an engineering degree, I am prone to creating PowerPoint presentations. And if you're watching here at Grizzlies or on YouTube, then don't worry, I got the PowerPoint for you guys here. So we'll get things started by saying that this game day has some game day deals. Your BOGO Boneless Wings during the Golden Grizzlies play. Your $3 bottles, your $4 shots, and your $5 cocktails, all available during the Golden Grizzlies game time. As I have to try and coordinate both slideshows here, I'd like to remind everybody to subscribe to the GioMoShow, your weekly podcast for all things Golden Grizzlies, the only show of its kind. So be sure to scan that QR code, or if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the link in the description to find all of the work that I do here at Oakland and beyond. So let's get into the game itself here. So I want to preface things by taking a look at the standings here in the Horizon League. Oakland and Robert Morris, with an equal record of 6-4 in Horizon League play, are battling both to get that top 4 spot in the Horizon League tournament that owes them a first-round bye and owes them a home game in the quarterfinals of the Horizon League tournament. And at 6-4, both teams on a 4-game winning streak, they both want those pretty badly. Meanwhile, Cleveland State, Milwaukee, Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Youngstown State occupy those top 4 spots, but they are definitely within reach, although Cleveland State, with a 11-game winning streak, looks to have a strong hold on that #1 spot. So now let's get to the numbers comparison of the Golden Grizzlies and the Colonials. Oakland struggling on offense this year, as it looks like they will be for much of this season, ranked 11th in points per game. Robert Morris, one of the top scoring teams in the Horizon League, 75 points a game puts them at 4th in the league. Although defense is Oakland's specialty, holding teams under 70 points a game, that is second, only behind Cleveland State. Meanwhile, Robert Morris, a bit more middle of the pack when it comes to defense, allowing about 72 points per game. Three-point shooting, neither of these teams are the most elite three-point shooters, but Robert Morris does have the advantage of that at 32% on average, while Oakland stuck in the 20s. We go then to rebounding, where Robert Morris once again has the advantage, and when we get to the player profiles, we'll get to 1 and 2 of the reasons why they're so good at rebounding, but it is also Oakland's calling card, as they like to rebound the ball and play defense as part of their way to get into and win these games. And I wanted to highlight the offensive rebounding part of it, because both of these teams are some of the best in the Horizon League at offensive rebounding at about an equal clip. 13.0 gives Oakland the edge at second place in that stat. Robert Morris just 0.1 offensive rebound behind in that category. And now let's go look at the players to watch. Who is Robert Morris, and who are we going to be keeping an eye out for? Who is Oakland going to have to stop to get a win in Moon Township? It starts with the guard, the senior guard transfer from NC State, Cam Woods. Top 10 scored in the Horizon League, and he is some of the best when it comes to assists and steals per game, and the whole offense goes through him. Like I said, transfer from NC State, unfortunately giving the Golden Grizzlies an earlier exit than expected, or at least earlier than desired, in last year's NCAA tournament, transferring to Robert Morris to be one of the best players that the league has to offer. In addition to that, we go to the big man down low from Spain. It is Alvaro Fulgaris, a top 20 scorer in the Horizon League, but rebounding is where he makes his It's where he makes his bones. It's where he gets to be well known. About 10 rebounds a game, is second in the Horizon League, first on RMU. So he's definitely going to be a presence down low that's going to give Baru and Alan Mukeba a little bit of trouble, and they'll have to play around the Spaniard Alvaro Folgueras. And moving on to their last player, we highlight 3 players from each team to make sure we get a sense of who's on the court. And Amarian Dickerson is our last Robert Morris Colonial to highlight here. Also a top 20 scorer, but rebounding and blocks is where he makes his name well known. Top 10 in rebounding and the second in the league in blocks per game, only behind Youngstown State 7-footer Gabe Dines. So for him standing at 6'7" to be second in the league is no joke. And now let's take a look at the Golden Grizzlies. For those who aren't familiar with who we got on the roster that's going to make things move for Oakland, we start with Alan Mukeba, the leading scorer for the Golden Grizzlies. About 14 points a game. He's only going up in those standings, and field goal percentage is where he is dangerous. He is the second most efficient scorer in the Horizon League, but only the second on Oakland's team. Grabs the top 10 rebounding clip, 7.2 per game. Had a monster game on Wednesday, and you can see him on screen here at O Grizzlies. Alan Mukeba, Horizon League Player of the Week for his 22 points against Purdue Fort Wayne. And the last time that they played, 13 points is what the big man had. And the other big man for the Golden Grizzlies, of course, is my personal favorite, Baru Neva-Larua, who is the most efficient scorer in the Horizon League. Almost 60%, about 59% from the field, is first place in the league and first place on Oakland. He's top 5 in rebounding as well, almost 8 grabbed per game. Also scoring 22 points in this week's game against Purdue Fort Wayne, and a big 18 points last time they played in the OU Credit Union Arena against the Colonials. And it's been a big shift so far since that game. In the post-game press conference, Baru, quote, said, "We just sucked." And now, after that Purdue-Fort Wayne game, he's talking about how him and Mukeba are going to kill whoever's going to be guarding them. So a big shift in confidence. Hopefully that confidence will continue in this game. And lastly, we go to the deep end of the shooting for Malcolm Christie's top 5 in the Horizon League in three-point percentage and three-pointers made, filling the shoes of Jack Golke from last season. And we are underway here at Robert Morris. We get my last points in. Oakland's just got to do what they do best. Dominate inside, limit Cam Woods, and get the rebounding battle in their favor as we're underway here in Moon Township, where Oakland is on offense right now. And for those of you live on YouTube watching with me, get ready, buckle up for the ride, as no basket made for the Golden Grizzlies to start their first possession. And if you're live with me on YouTube right now, be sure to subscribe and follow the GioMoShow wherever you get it. Robert Morris, they're going inside, up and in. Robert Morris, first wants to score. 2-0 after the first minute. So for those of you watching, I've done a lot of play-by-play for Oakland basketball, so it's try to get the feel for more of a watch party sense of things, because my instinct is just to do play-by-play. Baru's got it down low. He's looking to spin around, take a shot. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line is no good. RMU with speed and a block from behind. Baru got him back. Jack Hoth with the start, feeding it to Mukeba. Hits the bottom of the glass, and we go the other way. Floater by Dickerson is good.
Go!
Oakland back with it, and an errored pass will give it to RMU. Folgueras with speed. He goes up, and he's fouled from behind.
Go!
That'll send our friend Folgueras to the free throw line. Stole a pass intended for Baru. First free throw is good for Voulgaris as Oakland is now down 5-0 to start off the game in the first 2 minutes. Just over 18 minutes on the clock for the first half. Christie comes back in along with Jalen Jones. Second one's up. Second is good. It's a 6-0 lead for RMU. McCabe dancing down low. Can't get it to fall. And a slam dunk by Dickerson. Uh-oh. It's an 8-0 lead for RMU. I think that was Dickerson. Yeah, it was. Dang it. But don't forget for today, if you're right here with us at Grizzlies, BOGO Boneless Wings is a game day deal. So be sure to get in on those. Plenty of wonderful sauces. I'm more partial to the habanero kind of sauce. I like the heat. I can't help it. And one was Dickerson, and now Oakland quickly down 9-0, 2.5 minutes in. Jalen Jones. Now with Baru, he's kicking it to Craggs for three. Partially blocked. Trying to get the rebound. Oakland's got it. Christie with the rebound. And RMU has just been stingy. DQ wide open for three. Hits the heel. Craggs fighting for the board. It looks like it'll be a jump ball. When I was with WXOU, Cooper Craggs was actually my first athlete interview ever. And needless to say, it did not go well. Oakland now with the inbound. As the arrow was pointed their way. Jalen Jones goes in, kicking it all the way to Christie. Too much space. Craggs trying to fight down low. Craggs gets the first basket of the game. Woo! We appreciate National Soccer Network for tuning in today. Oakland back with the possession. Man, they got to score. It's been 3.5 minutes, and Oakland's yet to be on the board. DQ step back three, rattles out. We'll give it back to him on the offensive rebound. Up in the middle and off the glass, and we got points on the board for Golden Grizzlies. Woo! RMU fires a three, no good. They'll get it back. Woods on the offensive rebound. Dickerson will chuck it up, can't get it in. Oakland now with a stop. Baru down low. Up and in for Baru. Woo! Soundboard delays a little bit. Now it's 9-4. Dickerson double teamed in the paint and blocked. Oakland now with 3 stops in a row, 9-4. DQ for 3, off on the heel. No! Well, that sound effect doesn't work either. And Voulgaris is fouled in the paint as well. And that'll put them at the media timeout here. 9-4 RMU lead. Oakland with 3 stops in a row. Cutting it close, but RMU dominating so far in Moon Township. so far in this game, like I said, 9-4, RMU lead. Oakland hasn't been able to produce a whole lot. 0 for 5 to start off from the three-point line. DQ trying to get it going, but he had to settle for inside, able to get the first two for Oakland. And then Craggs was able to chip that in as well to make it the 4-point game. But this is a very slow start for Oakland. You got to get the juices flowing because RMU is fighting for the exact same thing as you're in. You're a very similar team. So it's going to take a little bit of extra juice to get this one going. If you're here at Oak Grizzlies, be sure to get in on the BOGO Boneless Wings. We've got many other games going on right now, namely Michigan State and Rutgers. About the tail end of the first half, Michigan State up by 8 in Madison Square Garden. Michigan State top 10 in the country, number 8 with a 16-2 overall record. As we're soon to return to play here in Moon Township, and they're flashing the graphic of all the wonderful players that moved on to greener pastures from last year. Townsend, Golke, Lampman, and Conway, namely. Blake Lampman currently on the sideline for Michigan State in MSG as a graduate assistant. Golke over in Milwaukee for the Herd, the Milwaukee's G League affiliate team. Making threes just like he did in college as Oakland gets a fast start. Baru trying to jam it in, and it rattles out as he's fouled on the way there. Had his hand slapped on his way to the slam. And sometimes that's what Campy's been wanting to do, is that he's got the big guys where if they're in a funk, then he'll try and draw up a play to get Baru or Allen a slam. Only seen work a few times, but especially against Purdue Fort Wayne, that's where it really worked. As Baru had at least 4 standing ovation-worthy dunks as 2 free throws made by Baru to get this thing back within 3.
Yeah!
So now it's 9-6. RMU still with the lead, 14:45 in the first half. Floater in the paint is good for RMU to get them double digits. Oakland's going to have to keep up here. Allen trying to back down for Woody for 3. Jason Woodrich for 3.
Yeah!
He had a great game this week. I think he was 3 of 5 against Purdue Fort Wayne. I think that was on Wednesday. That one's just off the top of my head. So now it's 11-9. RMU still with the lead, and they got the ball. Try to kick it out, and the pass is out of bounds.
You stupid.
I got to lower the volume of those sound effects. Yeah, can't pass it out of bounds. That gives it back to Oakland with a chance to tie it. 13:45 in the first half. Yeah, Jones over to Christie, fakes a 3. Skips it over to Baru for the slam. Baru!
Woo!
Oh, please tell me it counted. Why are they talking about it? Oh, no basket.
Oh, my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
How was it no basket? Goaltending. Platt on RMU was tugging at the net. I mean, I can't tell exactly what the call was, but yeah, no basket somehow. I mean, it pretty clearly went in. And RMU now with an 0 rebound. Oh, that had to have been a travel. That whole bench is up. And now play stops. That was absolutely a travel. He was skipping like a schoolgirl, man. Still 11-9 as we get our first view of head coach Andy Toole of RMU, the sharpest dresser in the Horizon League. I will give him that. Always in a blue suit, at least from when we've seen him. But now Oakland, now the chance to retie this game after had a shot taken away. But RMU is not making any of this easy. Okay, but skips it out to Jones for 3, off on the heel. Robert Morris in great control of the game so far. They ran out of bounds with it underneath the basket. So now this is Oakland's third possession with a chance to tie it. They did it on the first one, but since then they've been tasked with doing it again and again, still at 9 points. Okay, but backs in. Skips it out to Jones, and he goes up and in for Jalen Jones. Woo! Tie game, 11-11. Now we're back in business. The three-pointer for RMU rolls out. RMU has yet to make a three-pointer. They're 0 of 2, but Oakland is 1 of 7. I guess that's better. It's a scrum in the paint. RMU now looking for space. As we take a glance over to the Michigan State game, that game got within 1 after Michigan State had an 8-point lead. It's now down to 1, 26-25 near the end of the first half. Floater is good for RMU to increase their lead back to 2. It's a slow start, but 3 stops in a row for Oakland was able to get them back in. These teams will retreat to their benches for the media timeout. Coach Andy Toole, not the full suit and tie. He's got the suit, but no tie. Okay, so I'll be honest. I don't even know what they're reviewing the play. I don't even remember what the plays they're reviewing is. So back here, it's still a tie game, 11:21 on the first half clock, and a very long official review. I already had a review take a basket away from Oakland, but, I mean, it had to have been an RMU shot. I'll take another look. They're reviewing this one? That was way long ago. I think are they reviewing Baru's dunk again? Is they're replaying it on the TV. I can only guess as a viewer, the same as you guys watching on YouTube. Still, I'm not quite sure what's going on.
What the hell's going on out here?
I don't know what the hell's going on out here, Coach Lombardi. I mean, I'll just say as a general policy, if Baru's going to dunk, so I'm still confused as to why they're reviewing it, honestly. Can we please play basketball now? This is a bit much. So finally, we get back to action. RMU with the ball. And a steal by Oakland. Looking for Woody down low. And in. Woodridge gets the lead for Oakland.
Yeah!
9-0 was the first. After the first few minutes, Robert Morris with that lead, and now Oakland is came all the way back. 13-11, and with three-pointer, we're bringing it 13-14. RMU back with the lead. So 13-14, back to a game here. Nassim Ashore, top of the key three, offensive rebound. Thinking about doing it again. He'll go inside, and Mashur will lose the ball as he's fouled. Michigan State 30-28 against Rutgers in Madison Square Garden. Earlier they had an 8-point lead, but Rutgers making it close now. Mashur open for three. Open for business. Nassim Mashur.
Woo!
16-14, 10 minutes to go before halftime. Foul called on Oakland in the paint. This DQ is thrown out there by Coach Campy. Jones will come out angrily. Oh, and Cam Woods is now limping for RMU. Looks like the left leg's somewhere. So they'll bring in a freshman in his stead. Open down low and no good on the layup. So free throws coming up for Robert Morris. First one's good. That'll tie it up 16 to 6. Or no, it'll keep it within 1. So 2 free throws will tie it up 16 to 16. Mukeba dribbles it out of bounds. He's swarmed underneath. Yeah, Fulguera is taking a bit of an elbow from Mukeba. Now a three-pointer made for RMU. Okay, these announcers are a bit too excited for this. I know it's the RMU home broadcast, but come on, be professional. I never like being too much homer when I'm doing a game. No, they got to take it easy a little bit. 19 to 16. Oakland on offense. Craggs for 3. Craggs responds with a three-pointer. 19 to 19. 19 to 19, 8.5 in the first. Craggs will knock someone over, and it'll be a foul. So appreciate everyone joining here on Instagram as well. I'm on YouTube, on the GioMoShow's YouTube channel, and live here at Grizzlies Bar and Bistro. And I'll give you guys on Instagram a look at the screen that I got up here behind me. I'd say it's a great graphic. And Moceri gets fouled as he's carrying the ball up. Nothing really happened, but either way, it gives Oakland a foul. Getting settled into this first half. It's a tight game after it not starting that way. Now Moceri from the free throw line. Up and in. $20 to 19. I'll tell you what, Moceri has really impressed me this season. Just being a freshman and getting this many minutes and able to land a few threes. I mean, whatever, he's not out of this world. As his second free throw is made. That's 21 to 19. I mean, like, is he out of this world from 3? No, but he gives Oakland a different dimension. And to do it all as a freshman, big props to him. And Oakland's defense will force it out of bounds. Michigan State gets their lead to 3 against Rutgers at halftime at Madison Square Garden over in the Big Ten world of basketball. And Oakland with the rebound. They'll switch it the other way, trying to build onto the lead. 21 to 19, 8 minutes in the first. Baru baseline up, no good. Fulgueras rebound. And he'll take it over for 3, no good. Big man trying to transition 3. Come on now. You don't need to do that. But he did it. Oakland now trying to slow it down here, play more their tempo, more their game. Short feeds it to Baru against Fulgueras. And he couldn't get the shot off before the shot clock. Come on, man.
You are terrible.
What the hell's going on out here?
Oakland still with the lead, but shot clock violation. That'll bring it to another media timeout under the 8 minutes. Oakland up by 2, 21 to 19 over Robert Morris. 7 minutes to go. before we go to halftime. So we'll take a look at the numbers here as we are given a little bit of time with the media timeout. I'm curious how the shooting is going. So for Oakland, 3 of 10 from 3 is a vast improvement over our usual. Remember, we shoot 27% from 3, so 30% ain't half bad. 3 of 10. Robert Morris, 2 of 6, a lot more efficient, but still 21-19. Oakland with the lead. Out-rebounded currently by RMU, 12-9. It's not too big of a margin just yet. Jason Woodrich and Nassim Mashor lead the Golden Grizzlies in scoring. They got 5 each, as 6 Golden Grizzlies have scored on their side. But it was Ryan Prather Jr. leading the floor with 6 points, 2 of 3 from the deep. Namarian Dickerson, 5 points, 2 of 4 in the early goings of this game. I mean, it's not even early. We're 7 minutes before halftime here. I think we're a decent ways in there. And looking in the YouTube chat, I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this. I don't know where the name stops and begins, but the J6M on YouTube asking about a schedule for all the other watch parties. Well, you can essentially expect a watch party here at Oak Grizzlies by the GioMoShow every away game for Oakland University. WXOU takes care of some of the festivities for the home games, although some collaboration is in talks. But essentially, anytime Oakland's playing on the road and you can't go travel to watch them, and you can come right here to Oak Grizzlies and watch them. That's been kind of the idea of doing these live shows, is to kind of bring the arena atmosphere to you while Oakland is away. So the J6M, that hopefully answers your question. I appreciate your support here on YouTube. I appreciate Eisenhower Varsity Volleyball tuning into the stream. Appreciate you guys watching for the Oakland watch party. Currently, Oakland up by 2, 21-19, 7-17 in the first half. So we'll bring the sound back here to Oak Grizzlies Bar and Bistro right across the street from Oakland University. Oakland sealing it back. Neville Arua with the steal, firing a 3, and good for Oakland, Nassim Mashor. That's his 3rd 3 today.
Go!
That was the wrong sound.
Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about for Mashor, and Baru with a block. 24-19. Oakland starting to come out of this timeout hot. Like I've been saying, Mashor, man, he's impressing me for a freshman playing the point guard role for Oakland. Very impressive so far. Yeah, so Mashor, he's 2 of 3 from 3, 8 total points, as he made a couple of free throws as well. He can't miss so far today, except the one time he did. Up inside, the floater's good for RMU. They cut the lead to 2, or they cut the lead to 3. I'll tell you what, a lot of times when I'm watching Oakland at away games, like obviously you get the home broadcast, but honestly, it's just it's 2 homer, and you know I can even extend it to Oakland as well. And DQ Cole lands it for 3. Oakland cannot miss from deep. I wish the soundboard was a little more timely. 27-21. Oakland's got the big lead. 6 points is their largest lead tonight. And also for all of you guys that are wondering when these watch parties will go on, like I said, they happen at Oakland away games for men's basketball. But you can also follow the GioMoShow on Instagram at the GioMoShow. And Oak Grizzlies also has a post as well. We do a collaboration every watch party. So be sure to follow both of them on Instagram, and you will be sure not to miss any of the action here at Oak Grizzlies. Free throw by RMU, rims out.
Oh, I missed.
Oakland by 5. Moceri with it now to Christie. You got both of them out. Someone's going to fire a three. Moceri looking to go baseline. Can't find it. He's dribbling around. Looking for Baru. Open. Down low. Reverse hook shot is good for Baru. 29-27, 7-point lead for Oakland. 5 minutes left in the first half. This is where Oakland has struggled, and a tapped pass out of bounds. Jalen Jones reaching for it. Leaves only 17 seconds on the shot clock. I mean, it's most of it, but for Robert Morris. Man, Baru really, if he's anywhere near the basket, he's going to be able to score, whether it's a straight dunk, he's got to turn around, do a hook shot, fadeaway jumper. He'll usually make it. Oh, my God. Okay, this commentator really bothers me, so I hope you guys have your TV muted and are just watching with me. This guy's insufferable. I'm sorry. As a broadcaster myself, I mean, I feel like I got to say in this, as Baru's shot is blocked by Fulgaris. It's down by 5. Robert Morris is. Dickerson will jam it down. 26-29, RMU on a quick run here to get back into this game. Moceri for 3. Moceri! Another 3! That's his 4th three-pointer today. Moceri, man, 11 points, 3 of 4 from deep. Oakland is 6 of 13 from deep as a whole. We do not get that often. Baru trying to steal the dribble, couldn't find it before the whistle blows. And Dickerson will be the one on the foul, it looks like. And now we're at the under 4-minute timeout here, the last media timeout before the end of the first half. Oakland finds himself up 32-26 over the Robert Morris Colonials. And it's been lightning in a bottle for Naseem Moceri, leading the floor with 11 points, 3 of 4 from deep, and 2 free throws, getting him that odd number of 11 points. He's really been impressive so far. I've been talking about it all game, but, man, as a freshman, dude, all of that underlining what he has been doing. So far, Oakland 6 of 13 from deep. Good for 46%. That is not the norm for Oakland, especially on the road. But so far, so good for Oakland. Remember, this game started when they were down 9-0. Couldn't score for the first, 4 minutes, and Oakland was still able to claw back into this one. They got a 13-11 lead as their first one of the day, and then just kept going from there. Traded it a couple of times back and forth, but so far, Oakland trying to keep it at arm's length, stiff arm's length, of course, being the reference, but looking to the rebound side of things, Robert Morris still out-rebounding Oakland 14-10. Oakland 100% from the free throw line, 4 of 4. Robert Morris 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Ryan Prather Jr. still leads the scoring for Robert Morris with 7 points. The broadcast goes over a couple of March Madness history points for Oakland and recently, and then, of course, for Robert Morris earlier in their history. So as they're returning from the media timeout, still 32-26. Oakland's got the big lead, although the lead only by 6, so big is more of a relative, more of a vibe term. Hope you guys can hear me on Instagram, but if not, you can go check out the GioMoShow on YouTube. As Baru will head to the free throw line. He's due a couple of them, trying to steal a dribble from Amarian Dickerson. Baru's got it. Shot is up. Shot is good for Baru. Another one coming up. And don't forget your game day deals here at Oakland Grizzlies. As always, BOGO Boneless Wings as Baru misses the second free throw.
So I missed.
Unbelievable. That's now 5 of 6 from the free throw line for Oakland. I was so used to them being 100%. RMU responds, missing the floater wide left. Another floater too short on the right this time. Oakland finally gets a defensive rebound. 33-26, 3:15 left in the first half. Woodrich left wing. Jones looking for him, moves around a screen from Baru. Getting corner now, Mukeba. Haven't seen him with the ball a whole lot. And a quick floater is in for Jalen Jones. Oh, no, it was actually just completely behind the net. It touched the net. It didn't go in. And a quick stop for Oakland. Transition 3 for Woody. Goes off the heel. Mashore on the rebound. Jones step in 3. Off the heel again.
So I missed.
And Mokeba called on the foul on his way to a rebound. Oakland started this game 0 of 6 from the field, but since then they are 11 of 20 from the field. A vast improvement. Campy with his usual fiery attitude on the sideline. The camera gives him a good shot. And it'll be Cam Woods to the free throw line. He's natural, one of the best guards in the league. Going to be good from there. And he missed on the right.
You are terrible.
Still 33-26, 2:15 left to go before halftime. Woody passing it inside. Isaiah Jones coming back to the court. Christy Mashore. Mashore for 3. Just rims out. Rattles out, rather. Now Robert Morris. 1:45 left before halftime. It seems like a shot clock going forever. Passing it inside. Couldn't have the dribble. Turnover. Oakland's got it with 1.5 left. Come on, Oakland. Up by 7. I'm going to use as much of this shot clock as possible. Looking for Craggs deep. Had to retreat out of bounds to get it. He throws it back in, and now Robert Morris is on the move. Wide open 3, and he's got it. Cuts it to 4. That's Prather once again. A timeout called by, I believe, Robert Morris. 33-29, 1:03 left in the first half. Don't forget we're live here at Oakland Grizzlies Bar and Bistro, the #1 place to be for all things Golden Grizzlies sports. Students, as always, a 10% discount on all your meals. And for the game day deals, BOGO Boneless Wings, as well as $3 bottles, as well, bottles of beer, of course, as well as $4 shots and $5 cocktails every Golden Grizzlies game day. Fulgaris having a conversation with his sharply dressed head coach, Andy Toole. Both him and Campy are the most tenured coaches in the Horizon League. Only two coaches in the league with an active Horizon League championship under their belt. Otherwise, every other team has had a coaching change since their last championship or has never won it. But final minute of play, Mashore on the logo. Christie's guard closely. Baru against Fulgaris. Turns it around. Up underneath. Can't roll out. Can't roll in. And out of bounds. Isaiah Jones trying to retrieve the rebound. So now 45 seconds left. Fulgaris is throwing his hands up. Brick wall. And Isaiah stepping out of bounds, trying to keep the ball in play. Leave about 13 seconds for Oakland if this whole shot clock goes. Great ball movement by RMU. Three-pointer no good. Christie got the rebound. Shot clock is off. Up by 4. Oakland looking to go up by more. And a timeout by Campy to make sure we get this one right. I wonder when the last time the last time Campy wore a suit for a game. I mean, it might have just been before COVID. I mean, that's my own, past COVID, that's all my history I have with Oakland basketball. Even then, just, maybe 2022 was my most recent, or my latest season with the team, calling it for WXOU. For those of you on Instagram, once again, I want to remind you that I got it up on YouTube as well if the sound's not quite coming through as well. I don't have the microphone connected to Instagram, but for those of you on YouTube, stay where you are. Make sure you hit subscribe. Now Oakland with the last possession, 15 seconds. Mashore with it. Mashore is going to take his time, 10 seconds. Moves to his left. Woody with it. Woody looking to feed it in. Christie fires a three. Just rolls out. And turnaround shot by Isaiah Jones will fall.
Oh, hell yeah!
Right at the buzzer, Oakland goes up by 6, 35-29, going into the tunnel in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. The three-pointer no good for Malcolm Christie, but as always, Isaiah Jones in the right spot. Turnaround jumper for 2 is good. Wow, what a finish. Oh, that was absolutely within time. And nothing but net. So that brings us to halftime. You guys caught up on the numbers here on the GioMoShow live watch party. Robert Morris still out rebounding Oakland 21-16 now, but Oakland with a surprise edge from deep. Still 6 of 17 from deep. That's good for 35%, which is obviously not their norm. 83% from the free throw line, 5 of 6. That's where you want to be, but I'm not sure if that's Oakland's average. So far, Oakland playing very well, especially after going 0-6 in their first 6 shots of the game, going down 9-0. But they're still able to claw back into this one. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I want to bring back, let's see if I could do this in an organized fashion. I want to bring back the conference standings. You're going to watch me scroll through all the slides. I'll take a look back here at the standings. Remember, this one is a battle for, so far, 5th place. But the winner would have, I believe, the tiebreaker with the win streak, as Youngstown State's coming off of a loss. And either of these teams going up 7-4 with a 5-game win streak, I think would have the standings over. As I go to the big board. And move it there. There was at least some context for those watching behind me. But, yeah, this is a battle for a big spot in the Horizon League. It really is. And Oakland being up by 6 is huge. However, I'm going to be a little bit of a fan here. The 5 minutes coming out of halftime, we played well. Like, the 5 minutes going into halftime have been very good. It's usually been both the last 5 of the first and the first 5 of the second. That's been where Oakland has struggled, but done so well the first part. You just got to make sure that the next section, the next 5 minutes of the game, don't end in a run given up. Because we've seen that very often where, Oakland will play well, but just for some reason coming out of it, they can't hold on to whatever lead that they built in the first half or even, soon after the second. So all that being said, Oakland has to make sure that they come out strong in the second half. And if you're watching with me right now on YouTube, let me know how you think the game is going so far. I mean, I got the chat there for you guys. If you want to give me your thoughts on the game so far, thoughts on the show. Have you been to Oak Grizzlies before? Is this your first time with the GioMoShow? I'd love to hear all about it in that YouTube chat. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in today. Just trying to figure out a little bit about this Instagram stream here. I'm a little bit new to live streaming myself. We'll take a quick break here at halftime. We'll come back first. We'll come back first few minutes before the game begins. They're starting to show the highlights before they come back into halftime. I'm still confused as to why that Baru dunk was taken away, because it wasn't like it was a defender that tugged on the net. Like I don't know what Baru could have done as the player with the ball to have it not count. Because if anything, it went in and it was scored. If not, the defender was grabbing the net, and it should be goaltending. Either way, it should have been points for Oakland. So I just don't know basketball enough to know for sure. But that should have been a score. I don't understand it. As teams are back on the court for shoot around. Once again, as you see in the YouTube chat, it is 35-29. Oakland with a 6-point lead. That first half being capped off by an Isaiah Jones turnaround jumper at the buzzer after a Malcolm Christie bricked three. I say bricked respectfully, of course. About a couple minutes left before we get back to action here, so hang tight, everybody, on our YouTube chat here. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and follow the GioMoShow on all podcast platforms as we get weekly coverage. We give weekly coverage of the Golden Grizzlies, men's and women's basketball. And I'll throw it up on screen here. You guys want to scan the QR code? That's going to give you access and a view of all the work that I've done with the GioMoShow and otherwise. If you're just curious as to who I am, then that's a great way to get to know me, as I put it all online to tell you it's me. So YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, that's where the GioMoShow is and will continue to be for the foreseeable future, as long as those are the top platforms for podcasts. You know what I mean. Same time, same place. Episodes released on Tuesdays, and we got a weekly interview, the Oakland men's basketball game reviews. The title, the long title is necessary for it. It describes exactly what it is. But each week I interview either a member of the media, from the Horizon Roundtable, frequent guests, Matt Dudek and Griffin Beers. Some from the Oakland University staff. Last week I talked to Associate Head Coach Jeff Smith about their previous 2 games. At the time, they were on a 3-game win streak. Now they're on a 4, and with a win today, they could be on a 5. So I talked to Smitty about the preview to this weekend, both for Purdue Fort Wayne and Robert Morris. So if you guys would like to go and check that out and at least get some perspective as to how this game was coming in, I'll keep it a surprise as to who will be the guest for this week. But rest assured, it's been about just about every Wednesday I've been releasing those. I try to get them before the first game of the week is played, because otherwise a preview of a game that it's already played doesn't quite do so well. But either way, you can expect those each week from the GioMoShow, the full episode and the interview as well. And during the offseason, I plan to get some more interviews going, make that more of a main part of the content that we have here on the podcast. As I just enjoy doing interviews. I hope you guys could tell that when I'm doing this stuff, I enjoy doing the interviews. I like learning about people. I like asking the dumb questions that lead to the more descriptive answers. Because I never did college sports and I was never recruited. I don't know NIL. I don't know what it's like to move outside, your hometown. So all this stuff is stuff that many athletes go through, and I like to ask the simple questions, like, is it hard to be away from home? How'd you get into the sport out of all the other sports that exist in the world? Because when you're young, you can really play any sport. You just something has to mold you into the player you are. So I always like to ask just simple, basic questions. So I try to do that with my interviews here on the GioMoShow, as well as the other gig I got going on with FanWord, writing stories like Oakland's Through the Eyes. Those first-person stories the students or the athletes write. That there's a little bit of behind the scenes as to how those stories are created, and I'm part of them. So I'm part of that behind the scenes. So yeah. So when the summer comes around, when the off season comes around for basketball, then expect a lot more interviews coming up here on the GioMoShow, whether it's from Oakland or whether it's from beyond. Like I just, I got the channel, and I got the platform, and damn it, I can use it any way I want. So if I want to do interviews, I'm going to do interviews. That's how we are rolling here. Moments away before the beginning of the second half. Oakland up by 6. Here at the GioMoShow watch party live here at O Grizzlies Bar and Bistro. Take a look once again at the standings. 6-4 is the record of both the Colonials and the Golden Grizzlies. The overall record is what puts Robert Morris at 5th place currently, but a win today will separate the two, or rather, the end of the game today will separate the two. Teams have returned to the bench and soon to return to the floor. Let me know for those of you that are listening and how's the soundboard, how the soundboard is working, because you can only tell from your own ears. But either way, enough of that stuff. Back to action here in Moon Township. Robert Morris with the first possession, down by 6. They're looking to cut it to 4 in this possession. Fulgaris trying to back down Baru. Dickerson can't handle it well. He'll back up to the free throw line, and Mukeba just pokes him in the eye, essentially. And that'll be a quick foul from Baru onto Dickerson. Take a look at the replay here. Oh no! I mean, he basically grabbed his forearm. He could have just grabbed his elbow with his hand. That's how much he was touching it. First free throw is missed.
So I missed.
I think Robert Morris has missed their past at least couple of free throws. And speaking of free throws, Michigan State and Rutgers finds Rutgers at the free throw line. 49-44, Michigan State with the lead in Madison Square Garden. Second free throw is made for Robert Morris. Oakland with the offensive rebound. Nothing wrong with being curious. We just had a friend of ours almost run his way into the kitchen here at Oak Grizzlies. (30 to 35). Oakland's lead reduced to 5. First minute into the second half. 19 left to go in the game. Three-pointer for Robert Morris is good. I think that was Fulgaris. Oh, my God, it was Fulgaris on the shot. That cuts it to 2, 35 to 33. Like I mentioned, the first 5 minutes of the second half are going to be huge for Oakland, something they've struggled with for a lot of this season. Can't be said 6 times this season that they've lost a double-digit lead in the second half, or they lost games with a double-digit lead in the second half. So it's going to be crucial, especially on the road when you really need all the help that you can get if you really want to secure that top 4 spot or even a top 3 spot. 35 to 33, lead cut to 2. Oakland yet to score in the first 1.5 minutes of this half, and they got the ball looking to make a change to that. Baru baseline, he'll go up and he'll go in on his own. Baru! Soundboard, man. I'm trying to get the timing right. Love the soundboard, though, of course. Mashur with the steal. Coming back, DQ Colt. Goes to the left block, kicks it out to Mashur. Fakes the 3, goes inside. Isaiah Jones from deep, off the heel. Here come the Colonials. Looking for the lob for Dickerson. Couldn't find it, but he still gets the ball. Unable to put it in, although he was fouled on the way up. And Dickerson knows that he missed a wide open. I shouldn't say wide open, but missed the potential lob dunk. Fulgaris on the pass. Craggs was almost able to steal it. I think that's why he hesitated. But 37 to 33. Free throw is made. I'm going to remind you guys one more time, just in case you're just joining us, that every Golden Grizzlies game day, home and away, the game day deals are as follows. Partially seen on screen here from Oak Grizzlies. You get $3 bottle of beer.
Beer.
As well as the $4 shots, $5 cocktails, and BOGO Boneless Wings, making Oak Grizzlies the best spot for Golden Grizzlies action. And with that action, Isaiah Jones from deep will increase the lead to 6. Oakland almost up by as much as they have been in this game. Isaiah Jones' three-point shot gives Oakland a different dimension. Or rather, I think that was actually Nasima Shore. It's becoming a fight back and forth. And looking at the stats, I didn't even realize Mokeba already has 4 fouls in this game, and that's going to give Baru a lot more time to operate as the big down low. It's going to have Craggs fill in for some of those minutes as well. Mashore whips it inside of Baru. Jumper off on the right. And it'll roll out of bounds off the hands of RMU. I hope it's off the hands of RMU. All I can do is hope. I mean, just because I'm not there and I can't tell. Oh, it was Mashore on the foul. Bumped him on his way in. Dickerson with another score. It's now within 1 point, 40-39. Oakland giving up 10 points in the first few minutes to RMU. A 10-4 run is what the Colonials are on. Cutting it to 1. Baru down low against Fulgaris. No good on the layup, but he's fouled on his way up. Andy Toole with his face in his hands. Taking a look at Michigan State and Rutgers. Michigan State up comfortably by 10 with 10 minutes left to go in the game, 54-44 in Madison Square Garden. It'll be a timeout called by head coach Andy Toole for the Colonials. Pretty sure it is, at least. I mean, sometimes I can't tell like who calls a timeout because, especially when I'm doing play-by-play, I'm always watching the ball. So when something happens off the ball, I'm completely lost, and I'm usually not looking at the referee either. I'm looking at the ball. So at least me, I got a hard time telling what exactly is going on when I'm not there hearing the announcements or the whistles or anything. Just watching it the same as you guys are back at home, watching the Golden Grizzlies. Their lead cut to 1, 40-39 rather, is the score. Less than just under 16 minutes to go. Who voted no in the polls for who was going to win, Oakland or RMU? That's very rude. Oakland was up by 6 by the time I posted that one. I put that at halftime. I only got 1 vote for no, although maybe they're familiar with Oakland's struggles with holding a lead into the second half. In that case, I can't really blame you. (56-44) for Michigan State against Rutgers. I forget what's Rutgers, they're the Red Knights. They're the Scarlet Knights. I think the Scarlet Knights. Against the Spartans, so I guess you got a bit of a medieval theme going on between the two mascots. Back to play here. Baru all by himself. I think Fulgaris fouled Baru on his way up. And then put Any Tools' face in his hands. So Baru will go to the line. Fulgaris now with 2 fouls. Remember, Mukeba not on the floor right now. He has 4. And Oakland's going to have to save those until later in the game. First free throw was good for Baru. Baru leading the Golden Grizzlies in minutes so far. 20 minutes played. He's held to 3 of 10 from the floor, but 5 free throws will get him to 11 points. Nassim Mashor leading the floor with 14 points. Broadcast mix up. They put the commercial on too early. So I don't mean to be the broadcast police here, but I think I've had enough time in the industry to at least know like the bones of it and know the basics. As RMU will have it tipped in, 42-41, 15 and a half left to go in the game. Mashor now with it. Christie fires a 3. Christie off on the heel. Baru fighting for the rebound. Christie, could he get his rebound? He cannot. It was close, but a foul called. I think Mashor may have bumped Cam Woods as they were going across going across half court. RMU back with it. And a foul by Oakland inside. That'll be now 3 fouls for Mashor. Uh-oh. I mean, didn't really bump him, but away court, home court whistle for Robert Morris, 42-41. Oakland has the 1-point lead. They were up by 6 at halftime. And RMU makes a 3, and the announcer is going to have to change his pants because he's very excited about it. 44-42, RMU now up by 2. And again, like I understand the home court announcer, man, but like there's too much to it. It's not just your home crowd that's watching. The other team's crowd is watching as well, and they deserve to enjoy the game the same way. That's why I try to be unbiased with the broadcast. And DQ Cole nails a 3, returning the lead back to Oakland. Woo! 45-44, under 14 to go. Woods is held back. Cam Woods only held to 2 points today. Five on the shot clock, taking a deep 3 off on the front rim, and Baru is there to snatch it up. Mashor with it. Oakland trying to increase their lead, 45-44. Less than 13 and a half in the game. DQ looking for space. Gets Baru inside, and the floater's good. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, Baru. Garris going inside. He'll get fouled. (47-44). Oakland with a 3-point lead. RMU now with it. Try to get it to Dickerson, and they bumped him. Like, they really bumped him. I'll get more free throws to Robert Morris. So far, only 8 free throw attempts for Oakland, 13 for Robert Morris. Not that big of a disparity, honestly. But you should have seen the game last night, or the other night, rather. It was Oakland women's basketball hosting Robert Morris. Dude, Robert Morris women's team, they shot like 33 free throws. The game took forever. And Dickerson misses the second one. Leaves it at 47-45. Can't miss the free throws here if you're getting so many. 47-45, 12 and a half to go. Getting close to the next media timeout. Oakland still holding on with the lead. Remember, halftime they were up by 6. Wasn't a huge margin, of course. But now Mukeba's back in. He'll chuck it over to Craggs for 3. Cooper Craggs for 3 again. Woo! Way to go, Coop. 50-45. And Pramer returns the favor with a 3 of his own. Prather, he's 4 of 5 from deep. Oh, my God. 50-48, less than 12 to go. We're within the media timeout. Faking the 3 is Mashur. Mashur takes another one. Mashur off the heel. Man. And with speed and a lobbing dunk. Jaffo gets the dunk and ties it up at 50-50, 11 and a half to go. It's anyone's game here at Robert Morris, and RMU gets a steal. Cam Woods, the leading stealer in the Horizon League. He'll steal it, and now Cam Woods fouled, getting ready for a couple of free throws of his own. This will be the 16th free throw attempt for Robert Morris. That'll bring the media timeout here. We're tied at 50. 11 and a half to go. Capitalized by Jaffo dunk, giving him his 7 points. We'll take a quick break here on the Watch Party Show. Getting close to getting back to action here. For Tom in the YouTube chat, yeah, it does look like Christie is going to be off the bench today. They're giving Jack Hoth the start since he came off the red shirt a little bit earlier than planned. So I think it's just kind of a deal he made with Campy to more convince him to do that. So it was Jack Hoth who had the start today. So still no starts really for Jalen Jones. Nassim Ashore, I mean, he's playing well enough to, I think, to deserve a start, but still, you know, being a freshman and all that, I'm not sure how the politics of that go. But as Cam Woods takes his free throws, makes the first one, I realize quickly that Oakland has three players with 4 fouls. Nassim Ashore with 4, DQ Cole with 4, and Alan Mukeba with 4 fouls each. None of the Colonials with 4 personal fouls, and 2 free throws by Cam Woods will give them back the lead, 52-50, 11 minutes to go. Feed it inside to Baru. Baru up with the left hand, no good, snatched up by RMU. The momentum's going the Colonials' way, I'm not going to lie. Pass stolen, now Oakland with it. Jones being patient, goes baseline against 3 Colonials. Don't know why he did that one. 52-50, still RMU lead. Jaffo carries it all the way across the court. Cam Woods thinking of a 3. He's double teamed. Oakland's got to stop this run right now. 7-0 run for Robert Morris. Corner 3 off the front and off the hands of Prather. Oakland surviving and will be able to come back, hopefully retie this game. And it's getting close, folks. Don't forget to come by Grizzlies Bar and Bistro every Oakland game day. Mukeba up inside. Put back, no good. Less than 10 to go. Mukeba goes up. Shot's no good. Baru on the putback. He's fouled on the way up. I think Baru's going back to the line. He sure is. Chance to tie it. Baru up. Off on the heel. Come on, Baru.
Go!
Still stays 52-50. A couple of substitutions by Robert Morris. Second free throw is good for Baru. Splits them. Now cuts it to 1. Dickerson gets it through the paint and in. 3-point lead for Robert Morris. 54-51. Oh, boy. Oakland's got to put a stop to this. Kicking it out to Woodrich. Fires a 3. Woodrich lands the 3.
Wow!
54-54. That ties it right up. Thank you, Woody. Isaiah Jones hacking Fulgaris as he goes baseline. Luckily, Isaiah Jones not in any foul trouble. That's going to be his second personal foul. But yeah, Cole, Mukeba, and Mashore all with 4 fouls. It's dangerous, man. 54, both teams. Fulgaris no good on the 1-and-1.
You stupid.
And now Oakland back with it, tie game. Mukeba gives over to Baru. Baru's fouled again. Puts Fulgaris at 3 fouls now. This has to be the most amount of free throws that Baru has shot. He's got 8 free throws already. He's got a couple more coming up. I think this is definitely going to be a season high for him. (55-54). Off on the front rim.
Don't.
Now RMU, they get the floater, they get the lead back, 56-54. 8 minutes to go in the second. DQ's got it, making a decision. Goes baseline, loses the ball, tripped up on his way. And Cam Woods called on the foul. And that just barely gets us under the media timeout. 7:59 on the clock. Robert Morris with a 1-point lead, 56-55. Oh, man, Robert Morris is making this thing difficult, man. Forcing Baru to go to free throws. Obviously, it's probably, if you got the fouls, it's a better way to go when it comes to Baru because, he's literally the most efficient scorer in the league. So if you're going to foul him to make you come down to free throws, it's probably your best bet. Baru with 10 free throw attempts today. He has made how many? He's made 7 of 10 for 15 points. That leads the Golden Grizzlies as Moceri's had been taken out for having 4 fouls. He originally was the leading scorer for the Golden Grizzlies. Meanwhile, 15 and 14, also leading scorers for RMU. Dickerson with 15 and Pranther with 14. 4 of 5 from deep is Pranther. Jaffo getting in on the action as well. A couple of dunks, a couple of setup plays underneath the basket. It's getting dicey for Oakland, I'm not going to lie. Now we're getting a bit of a split. Getting a bit of a split vote here. A few of you guys getting into the poll about will Oakland win. We got 1 yes and 2 no's, although I understand both sides. If Oakland's going to be able to repeat the way they did against Purdue Fort Wayne, where they were actually able to close out a game where they were at least in it. I forget how much Oakland led it by against Purdue Fort Wayne, but they were able to close it out and sealed the win with a buzzer-beating dunk by Baru. So if they're able to do that, and as long as they stay close, Oakland has a chance, but I don't know, the way Robert Morris has been playing, they're looking good, man. They're looking good at home at the media timeout. They got the lead. They've been fouling Baru quite a bit. But nobody in any foul trouble for Robert Morris. I got a couple of guys with 3 guys with 3 fouls. They've been distributed pretty evenly. DQ will reach the free throw line. Now, he's one of the best free throw shooters on Oakland's squad. And he missed the first one of a 1-and-1. This one's directed at me. Yeah. RMU still with the lead. Cam Woods with it. Elbow jumper, no good. Rebound by Craggs. Or as the announcers call him, Craigs, as if there's an I in the name. Mashore at the top. And an errored pass will close out the distance. Oakland still with it, and a foul's called before Woody's three. But I don't even know what the foul was about. Craggs can't believe it. They stopped the game. They stopped the play before Woody was able to get the three-pointer off. Was it a shot clock error?
What the hell's going on out here?
I'm not really sure what's going on. Looking at the replay, looks like Mashore may have raised his arm to shake a defender. Other than that, I'm not really sure. They really delayed the whistle on it. So if it wasn't good in the moment, why was it good a few moments after? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on out here. They're going to review it. Be another official review that I don't quite understand, because the first one in the first half was about Baru dunking and a goaltending happening, but neither case resulting in points for Oakland. That was part of it. And now the slight elbow raise, because if this is a foul on Mashore, then he's out of the game. That's 5 fouls. So this is big. Elbow kind of did go, or at least was sold as a hit to the face. But I'm not so sure about that. I don't know why it took so long for them to call it. If it looked that bad, there should have been an instant whistle. I mean, especially when you're hitting someone with your elbow, there should be a bit of a reactionary kind of call. I'm not sure, though. 7 minutes to go, 1 point lead for Robert Morris. They might be getting lucky here. Especially because the call on the court was, stop the play, get the foul, so it's going to have to be a lot for it to be reversed. And I don't have a feeling it's going to be reversed, at least if I'm thinking about NFL standards. Oh, and by the way, speaking of NFL standards, go Bills. Let the good guys win, and if not, then I want the Chiefs to win because I want everyone to be in as much pain as possible as a Lions fan who lost in a divisional round. And I don't know. This might take Mashore out of the game. As they're still working on it. Mashore, 14 points today, 4 of 7 from deep, making both of his 2 free throws, a rebound, an assist, and a steal. A great day in 20 minutes for Nassim Mashore, but it might have to come to an end if this call stands, and it just might. Still awaiting the end of the review. Woody and Fulgaris yucking it up. Okay. This is two reviews going way too long. It's a 1 point game. You, for whatever reason, you changed your mind on the call. After you saw it, didn't think anything of it. So, it looks like they're gonna have to take. It looks like they're gonna have to take Mashore out of the game. I mean, if it takes this long, I don't know, man. But that's gonna be a big blow for Oakland. Because I guess the alternative for a 3-point skill-setted backup guard, if Mashore goes out, then you got Cole Woodrich and Jalen Jones. Jack Hoth might get a few minutes, but he only had the first 2 minutes of the game before he was taken out, just being given the start. I think it's part of the deal with Campy that, hey, if you come off the red shirt, I'll start you. So while we're still waiting, 71-63 is the score. Michigan State over Rutgers. A minute and a half left to go. Looks like Michigan State's going to come away with this one. Come on, man. I'm getting sleepy here. What's the call? Yeah, they're talking about it being a flagrant. I don't think there's any way that it's a flagrant. I mean, whatever. I guess it can't be, can't be wishy-washy when it comes to hits to the face. And, yeah, call's going to stand. Mashour's out of the game after 14 points and 4 3-pointers made at a very efficient clip. And it's going to have to be Isaiah Jones, Jack Hoth, DQ, Woody. Like, they're going to have to pick up the slack. And Mashour is not happy about it, neither am I. Obviously, I'm not. So not only is Mashour out, but DQ Cole, again, with 4. Alan Mukeba with 4 fouls each. And that flagrant free throw will be good for RMU. Oh, man, this sure is close. Sorry, for those of you on the YouTube stream, I'm trying something out. Just let me try something here, folks. Forgive me. Fulgaris for 3. He lands it to get RMU to 61. They now have the 6-point lead after kicking Mashour out of the game. Trying to see if I could get the live score up here. Baru will tap it in. 61-57, 6 minutes left to go. I thought while I had some time, I'd crop this thing out. Fulgaris going for another 3, no good. Mukeba's jump hook, no good. Colonials in transition, 3 off on the front rim, and Reed put in with the slam dunk. Platt putting that back in, 63-57, another 6-point lead for RMU, 5.5 to go. Naval Leroy will put it back in. We'll do that effect later. Baru 1-on-1. Couldn't get it with the right hand, man.
What the hell's going on out here?
Dude. 59-63. Baru with more free throws, man. Free throw up. Free throw good for Baru. Baru, he gets his hand hooked up on his way up. So he'll get the free throws, but, man. This is now his 12th free throw of the day, and it's good. Two-point game, 63-61. Robert Morris with a 2-point lead here at O Grizzlies for the GioMoShow watch party. Here for all your Golden Grizzlies game days. RMU. With the ball dumping it down low. Jump hook, no good before the buzzer. Oakland with the stop. They got to make it quick. Jalen Jones with supreme speed. Oh, and that's a goaltending, man. Come on. That dude yanked the nets. Are you serious?
You are terrible.
What are we doing here, man? That was totally a goaltending. Go up and no good. And Oakland with another stop. Let's try it again. We've had 3 shots at least robbed from us. 63-61. Oakland going to try again. Try and tie this game. Jalen Jones goes to his left. Trapped. Gets over to Baru in the middle. Bunny hop over into the corner and fouled on the three-pointer. I think that was Cooper Craggs. It was Christie. Malcolm Christie, I believe, was fouled on it. In that corner 3. A one-handed slam, man, by Platt was freaking sweet. As we go to the media timeout, RMU still up by 2. Less than 4 minutes to go in the game. This one's going to be tight in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Golden Grizzlies looking for their 5th win in a row, trying to get up to 5th place in the Horizon League. Or rather, that would get them to 4th place as they would make the jump over Youngstown State with the win streak. But yeah, it's been rough so far. We've had a few calls not go our way, like weirdly. We had one foul that was questionable that took Mashora out of the game. Questionable because they didn't make the call right away, but then decided to make it after and right before Woodrich was going for a 3. They took an early dunk away from Baru because it was goaltending, but then it wasn't really. And now goaltending not being called and leading to more Robert Morris points, man. It's getting tough out here. But a 2-point game nonetheless, 3.5 left to play. Final seconds between Michigan State and Rutgers. Michigan State up by 8. They're going to have this one over the Scarlet Knights. So I'm just going to guess that that's their mascot. They'll go up to 17-2 in the season. Number 8 in the country. With a win in Madison Square Garden. We say hello to Blake Lampman as the graduate assistant for the Michigan State Spartans. So 63-61. Oakland down by 2, but we got Christie 3 free throws coming up. As I gotta stop looking at the stats because they spoil it for the live play-by-play spoils it for me. But the Canadian sharpshooter, goggleless today. His first free throw is good. So that brings it within 1 point, 62-63. Christie's next free throw. Up and No good. Third free throw is good. 2 of 3 for Malcolm Christie. That ties the game. .336 left to go. We appreciate you guys joining in here on YouTube as well as here at O Grizzlies, your place to be for all things Golden Grizzlies. Got a tight game here, tied up, 3.5 to go. Robert Morris with the ball. Fulgaris going deep, down low. RMU will get the offensive rebound. Three-pointer is good for RMU. Smith lands at number 11. That's 10 points for him, 66-63, 3 minutes left. And Baru with the offensive foul. Are you kidding me? Dickerson really drew that? Are you serious? Listen, man, you're going up against Baru, okay? You either man up or get out. But Robert Morris still up by 3. 2:45 left to go in the game. Oakland playing a lot of press now. Trying to snatch the ball away because they need the possessions. There's not going to be many left of them. RMU chucks one up. Oh, come on, a last-second foul. Trying to trip up Isaiah Jones underneath the basket. So Michigan State concludes with the win. Kentucky and Vanderbilt, close game there as well in the SEC. Woody for 3, off on the front. Can Oakland get the rebound? Nope. We'll have to give it back to RMU. It's still a 3-point game. Listen, I'm just in full play-by-play mode right now. It's so tense. It's 66-63. Robert Morris with the lead. I couldn't figure out how to get the graphic up on the screen for this stream here, Mr. or Mrs. Emmett. Now another foul for RMU. Minute 50 left. Andy Toole frustrated with it. Maybe it was an offensive foul on. Oh, no, it was. Woody's called on the foul despite him, getting roughed up underneath. O Grizzlies is a fantastic atmosphere. Emmett asking it in the YouTube chat. I love it, this place here. This is the Golden Grizzlies bar, essentially. This is the place to be if you want to go watch an Oakland game, if you want to just chill out with your friends. Game days are BOGO Boneless Wings, along with $3 beers, $4 shots, $5 cocktails. We've got great game day deals here. It's a great vibe here at O Grizzlies, seriously. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. Like, we'll put it this way, I wouldn't do the shows here unless I thought that. But a minute and a half left to go. Turnaround jumper for Baru is good. That cuts it to 1. 66-65. Man, Baru's going to get this done one way or another. Baru only with 3 fouls, got a little bit of freedom to play these last few seconds. Dickerson can't believe he gave up the points. And it'll be a timeout. Timeout on the court. Oakland within 1. This one's tight, folks. Be sure to stay tuned in. Taking a look, Robert Morris is 47% from 3. Oakland dropping to 40% from 3, which for both of these teams is way above their average. Both teams are shooting from three fantastically. Oakland averages just 27. Robert Morris's average is about 30 from deep. Both teams are 40-plus. And Robert Morris, like I said, 47% from three. They're 9 of 19. Oakland is 10 of 25. So this has been one of those games where we just have to chuck up a bunch of threes. But it's been working so far. And if they didn't take Nassim Mashore out of the game, I think it would have been, Oakland could have been still in those higher 40s. Because, before they took him out, Mashore was 4 of 7 from three. But on a call that they just delayed and then felt like calling anyway, that took Nassim Mashore out of the game. And since then, we've had a couple of calls not go our way. Goaltending's missed and, this and that. But still, through all that, Oakland is still only down by 1 with a minute 30 left to go in the game, with a game with such high stakes for the middle of the Horizon League season. If RMU is going to be up there in the standings and you don't want to have 2 games on you when it comes to those tiebreakers, you want to be able to have a win against them. But the last 90 seconds are going to have to decide it, and if it comes down to free throws, I got a feeling these might go in favor of Robert Morris in the last few seconds. Now, the free throw attempts have been even, pretty much. 21 attempts for Robert Morris, 18 attempts for Oakland. So it's not that big of a disparity, but when it comes to opportunities to shoot. But with Oakland, Mukeba and Cole with 4 fouls each, how they're not going to be able to be on the court. Like if it comes down to where they have to start fouling to stop the clock and stuff, like you can't really have them on there because then they're removed from the game. And they're some of your best players. But now the clock's ticking. A minute 15, 66-65. RMU with the 1-point lead. Down low, leaving it wide open is Dickerson. Come on, man. What's going on here? 68-65. Oakland down by 3. Mukeba with the ball. Gives it to Baru inside. Woody for 3. Almost. And off. Is out of bounds on RMU. Man, Dickerson has just been everywhere, man. This dude's legit. 17 points. 6 of 9 from the floor. He's made a three-pointer. Man, Dickerson, man, it just seems like he's been everywhere all game long. (68-65), 48 seconds left. Oakland needs this to get into top 4 right now. We got another official review to see who last touched it. So after the missed three-pointer from Woody, it was a fight for the rebound out of bounds, so now they're trying to figure out who had the last touch. I think Dickerson had the last touch on it because the look on his face said, yeah, it was on me. So Oakland better get the ball back with a chance to tie it up. And luckily, this is one of those games where we've been shooting well from 3, so if it's got to come down to a three-pointer to tie it at the last second, last second of the possession, then this is not a bad game for that to happen in. Take a look at the replay. I'll give it my own visual judgment. Oh, no, that was RMU's last touch, definitely. I think Jaffo had his hand on it the last as it was going out of bounds. I think this is the 3rd official review, and I can't imagine that they'll take a long time because they would never do that. They would never take way too long to get the decision going and get the game moving. Just kidding, they did it twice today. Oh, man, this is stressful. Take a look at other college basketball going on. Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Kentucky with a 2-point lead. 11 minutes left in the second. Three-point game in Moon Township. continuing to review it. Finally throw the headsets down. Still deciding it. Come on, man. You got to make a decision here. You screwed us over enough today. Can you give us a hand? This is your last chance to do good. And it stays with Oakland. Yes. You got to check the shot clock too, but it's going to stay with Oakland. DQ is going to inbound this one. 20 seconds on the shot clock. We got a fresh look at it. Christie running for three. Christie lands it for three.
Oh my God! What a masterpiece!
Ties it up at 68 each with 47 seconds left to go in the game. Perfectly ran play. DQ on the left baseline to a running Malcolm Christie. Fires it for three with his legs hanging it in the air. That baby was perfect. Hit the back iron, man. Christie, that's his first three of the game. 1 of 3 today. Hasn't had a whole lot of playing time, but when Oakland needed him most, he's able to tie the game. A masterpiece of a play for Oakland. Now Oakland doing the foul game. Going to send Cam Woods to the line. I mean, he's the one with the ball. He had to do it. But he's not really one you want shooting free throws at the end of the game at home. Oh, come on, man. 40.3 seconds left. It's tied 68-68 at Robert Morris. Still a similar foul situation. Now Robert Morris has the inbound, not sent to the free throw line. Excuse me. Cam Woods inbound it. Right over to Fulgaris, and he gives it right back. 37 seconds and counting. Going inside, dumping it off to Dickerson. He kicks it back out. Oakland doing great to stall the clock. Seven on the game clock. Three-pointer for Fulgaris. He makes it.
Oh, my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Fulgaris lands the three, 71-68 with 22 seconds left. Oakland will have the last possession, and a three-pointer is what's required to tie the game and extend it to overtime. Oh, man. That's a killer. Fulgaris is 3 of 4 from 3 today for one of the leading rebounders in the Horizon League. He's able to get it done from 3. Man. $13 points today, most of them from deep. 3 of his 4 makes have been for 3. 14 rebounds and 7 assists, along with 13 points for Fulgaris. Whoa. Oh, that one, that's a heartbreaker. I don't know how I feel about Oakland being forced into a 3. To do it twice in a row, man, I don't know. 22.2 left. Oakland down by 3, 71-68. Final seconds of the game. Oakland's been in situations like this before, but you can't. You need a 3. It's as simple as you just need a 3, and to need it is so much worse than wanting it. DQ carries it up. 15 seconds and counting. Oakland to McCabe. Now to Baru inside. You got to kick it out for 3. Christie's open for 3. Christie ties the game. 71 each. Malcolm Christie, 2 for 4 today. 2 of them coming in the final minute of the game. 2 of them to tie the game. 71-71.
Woo! Yeah!
Oh, my God. Christie left wide open, and that's his specialty on the run. Oh, it was a perfect shot. 7 seconds left. This could go into overtime. Oakland's got to make the travel up the court difficult, but Robert Morris, they're going to be able to draw up something and get their last decision on the game. Wow. Christie clutch from 3 twice today. Incredible. (71-71). The votes are starting to stagger a bit. 40% say yes for Oakland. Although I should have cut the poll after a little while because everyone's got new information to vote on. But 7 seconds left. Robert Morris has a possession. They go past half court. Cam Woods with it. Cam Woods, final shot. Off on the heel, and we go to overtime. No, he got fouled before it went off? He got fouled on that shot. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's no way. He did get fouled before the shot. No. Oh, that was a foul on DQ, and he comes out. So even if this goes into overtime, no. Oh, no, bro. Oh, they're going to screw us in this review. Two clutch threes for Christie, and it still wasn't enough to make it certain to go to overtime. They might put some time on the clock because it's 0 right now. So they might put time back on the clock to give Oakland a Hail Mary's chance at it. Wow. I'm stunned. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm very stunned. So Cam Woods, now with 1.7 put back on the clock, he goes to the line. He makes one. It's game. If he makes one of these free throws, then it's pretty much wrapped up. I don't know what Oakland could do in 1.7 seconds. It would have to be from deep. I mean, like, you can't, I don't even know where they're going to be inbounding it from, but there's no way that Baru could do it from the entire way. You can't set up that lob for a more secured chance. But Cam Woods, free throw is good. Second free throw off on the front. Okay. So it's a 1-point game with 1.7 seconds left. Oh, no, it was on a three. He's got one more. He gets 2 of the 3. Oakland needs a shot to tie. 1.7 left. The inbound is batted away. Inbound is batted away. And Oakland will walk away with a loss and a sweep of the series. They just called Fulgaris the octopus. I really can't stand these commentators. And that's a win for Robert Morris. It was so close to going to overtime. And a foul on DQ. I mean, did you have to foul him? I mean, maybe, but because if he made the 3-point shot, then the game is pretty much over anyway. If you foul him, you make it. I mean, it's a tie game. He's more likely to make a free throw than he is the 3. So, yeah. So maybe you don't foul there. Oh, man. You made Christie make 2 3-pointers in the final minute to tie the game twice. If you didn't foul, it would have gone to overtime. Oh, man, that one hurts. That one hurts. So that is the conclusion of the game. Oakland falls to 6-5 in Horizon League play. That's going to drop them down in the standings. Robert Morris is going to go up to 4th place in the league. And Oakland's going to have a deeper dig, or a deeper hole to dig out of to get into that top 4 spot. It's looking unlikely now. But some home games coming up for Oakland will hopefully give them a chance to get some wins, stack them up, and get back into this race for top 4. But, man, that win would have been so sweet. All the fouling, all the weird calls and reviews in that game, and Oakland still had a chance in the last seconds. But I mean, that big dude Fulgaris from 3. Like, I'll take a look at the numbers here. Leading scorer for Robert Morris, 17 points was given to Amarian Dickerson, 6 of 9 from the floor, made a 3-pointer and 4 of his 9 free throws. Robert Pranther Jr., 4 of 6 from 3, good for 14 points. And Alvaro Fulgaris, 3 of 4 from 3, 4 of 7 from the floor, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Are the leading members of the Colonials for the Golden Grizzlies. Taburu Nevalurua. Excuse me for using his full name. 23 points, 7 of 16 from the floor, 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. Like, Baru did everything, especially because Mukeba was in foul trouble really early into the second half. Otherwise, Nassim Mashur, who was taken out of the game on a strange call, 4 of 7 from deep, a couple of free throws as well. Gets him to 14 points as the only 2 Golden Grizzlies to get into double digits. Your overall numbers: Robert Morris out-rebounding Oakland 36-31. Offensive rebounds about the same. And Robert Morris, like, the game was pretty much even. 44% of the time each team had the lead. Otherwise, it was tied. 8 ties in the game. Oakland's largest lead was 7. That happened late in the first half. The largest lead for Robert Morris was at the very beginning of the game, starting off with a 9-0 lead in the game. Oakland was able to claw their way back, but just couldn't put it away long enough. Man, that's a heartbreaker. Robert Morris was 10 of 20 from 3 as well, good for 50%. Oakland, way above their own average, 12 of 28 from deep. That's good for 43%. Still wasn't enough. Robert Morris, in addition to 50% from the field, they were from three. They were 50% from the field. Didn't make all their free throws, but in total they made more than Oakland. And all of that adding up to a Golden Grizzlies loss, 73-71 in the final seconds in Moon Township. A sweep of the Golden Grizzlies is what the Colonials have. So, what do we have next for Oakland? Well, Oakland's upcoming schedule has four home games in a row, 3 or 4 home games in a row as I'm loading up the schedule as we speak. That's right, 3 home games in a row. January 30th, the Golden Grizzlies will be hosting Green Bay, the last place team in the Horizon League. They'll also, on February 1st, that's a Saturday, they will be hosting Northern Kentucky. And then our second matchup against Youngstown State will be on February 6th. That's a Thursday, all at the OU Credit Union Arena. Keep up to date with all things The GioMo Show by following us on Instagram at the GioMo Show. And you can follow O Grizzlies at O Grizzlies, spelled with a YS at the end for O Grizzlies. Your place to be for all things Golden Grizzlies, your place to be for all things game day. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the GioMo Show podcast. Subscribe right here on YouTube, as episodes of the GioMo Show released every Tuesday with an interview and a preview and review of the Golden Grizzlies games coming out in the middle of the week, every week as well during the basketball season. A lot to look forward to, a lot to discuss for this week for the Golden Grizzlies. So that'll close out the game and close out the stream for us on the GioMo Show live from O Grizzlies Bar and Bistro. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next time live from O Grizzlies.